Hi everybody. The first thing that I want to say is that Tommy, I'm glad you're out, mate. Um, I'm glad you're back with your family and your children, your wife. I know the sacrifice you made, mate. I know it hurt you. I've been there myself. I've got nothing but respect for you and your family because I know the sacrifice that you make to do what you do. And honestly, from the heart, mate, it goes out to you. You go on this holiday with your wife and children, and from me and from the nation, we all wish you the best and have a lovely time, mate. Yeah, I'll see you when you get back. Yeah, but from my heart and the nation, go and have a lovely time. You deserve it, mate, for what you fight for. And you've got my 100% respect and everybody else out there. And this is for you, mate. We sip online. This is to you and your family. Cheers. Thank you. Good luck, mate. The reason why I'm doing this live blog today is because when you look back in history, I'll start setting examples whenever things weren't right. Whether it was America, whether it was South Africa, different nations. Look at Arthur Luther King when he made his famous speech. When you look at Nelson Mandela, when he said what he did. These are people that said it because of what they believed in and fought for what they believed in to make that difference. They came across criticism, they came across everything, but they fought for what they believed in. And the one, when you look at Tommy, and you look at people like us that have got the balls to say it as it is, to explain it as it is, and to get that message across whenever something's wrong, yeah, you've got to fight it because you're fighting for what you believe in. If you don't fight for a change, then that change can't happen, can it? What difference does it make? You've got to fight to make that difference. Tommy's doing that. Other people are doing it. But it's the same thing now that what you say and how you say that, you're going to come across as being racist, a bigot. You get slagged off for what? Fighting for what you believe in, fighting to make a change. I fight for what I believe in because I didn't want to sit and suffer, and I didn't want children to suffer no more. That's why we fought in the inquiry to change laws to protect children. And we fought that no matter what the pain was, no matter how much we suffered, we fought for what we believed in. It wasn't easy, it was hard, it was painful. But that's what we fought for. We fought to make that difference. We fought to change the laws to protect children. Tommy was exposing it all. And the first time I ever listened to Tommy, I understood his ideology. I knew where he was coming from as a victim. Whenever I do my live feeds like I'm doing now, Zara, when I do my live feeds like I'm doing now, I come across criticism. I've got people laughing at me because I was raped. We were doing live radio shows. They were hacked to try and stop us from saying what we were saying. So I know what it's like. Whenever I was exposing everything, myself, I had to ring the police up because we were doing it on Skype to the live radio show. When I closed down Skype after the radio show, I had loads of child porn right behind, you know, when you click off the web page. And I was like, eh? But we didn't know that whenever the radio got, what do you call it? Zara, when the radio show got done, because I was on my laptop, I got a lot of child porn on my laptop. I rang the police straight away and they came out and they checked it. But like I said, if this is bigger than what it is. People don't realise that when you talk about rape gangs, when you talk about child exploitation, where they're getting pushed under the carpet, we decided that ain't going to happen. And that's what I fight for. I fight to protect children. So does my brother. We all do. So does Tommy. But how hard is it? Tommy fights for freedom of speech. I agree with him 100%. We should have freedom of speech. If we can't talk, then how can you solve things? How can you make things better? You can't. When you've got, when you look at it this way, from my point of view, this is the way that I look at it. When you've got the media suppressing you, you've got the government suppressing you, excuse me, you're being suppressed all over the place, and that's what's happening in this country. Whenever the hate preachers were on the streets of London, Hansa, all the rest of them, were they being arrested? What, for hate preaching? No, they weren't. When you've got people like us and Tommy telling it as it is, the truth, why are we getting locked up? Why are we getting put in prison? Why are we getting suppressed? I come from the real world, so does Tommy, and so does half the British public come from the real world. People are starting, the government haven't got a clue why there's a pot boiling. People are starting to waken up and listen. Whether you're left or right, demonstrations are happening in this country because people are starting to clap on to what's going on. If we're the general public are clapping on to what's going on, why is the government not doing it? Yeah. I was watching Sky News whenever Tommy was just about to be released. And the news reporter who was interviewing that bloke, calling them a thug, calling them this, calling them that. Yeah, no, he's not a thug. Yeah, I respect the bloke 110%. So does everybody else out there that supports him. They're calling the bloke a thug for reporting the truth. And this is the media. All right then, whenever they go to war zones, yeah, report. They show certain parts, yeah, but because they can't show too much, right? Because it's what documented out, yeah. That's where you get media control. They don't tell all the truth. They tell a little bit. So they look like they're doing a good job, but they're not. They're all assholes. Do you know what I mean? I hate them. Whenever Tommy got out released, Tommy, see, whenever you turned round and didn't want to talk to them, yeah, I got that 110%, mate. Believe me, I did. Yeah, me and Bobby have fought the press for years to try and get our. That was the biggest court case. In our case, was one of the worst cases that ever came out of Ireland for child abuse. And like I said, in Ireland, the Sun dealt with that in Ireland, but that was the Irish Sun. The English Sun, that was an exclusive. It says it up in the corner there, exclusive. Tommy will tell you, see, whenever you get an exclusive, it goes all over the fucking world. But yet, the English Sun, who owns the Irish Sun, they didn't even report this. They didn't even put it in the newspaper. Because that's how corrupt it all is. That's how everybody has to be silent. You're not allowed to have a voice. You're not allowed to voice your opinion. Whether it's right or wrong. It's the same. Whenever Hamza and all the rest of the hate preachers were in London, Birmingham, everywhere, running round, saying what they were saying, yeah, why were they not being arrested? But yet as soon as Tommy opens his mouth, bang, he's arrested. You know, I'm not just here to talk about freedom of speech, but it does play a big part in this country. It's what the country fought for. It's what our nation stands for, freedom of speech. So you can have your debates. They do it every day in the House of Commons. They do it every day in the House of Lords. Are they getting suppressed? Are they getting told, no, you're not allowed to say that, you can't say that? No, they're not. But the general public are. Why? People like us and people like Tommy and the rest, yeah, they're not going to shut us up because they can't. If we don't tell it as it is, if we don't get the support and the backing of the general public, right, what are we in our children? What are we doing for our children? Right? Do I want my children to be groomed? Do you want your children to be groomed and raped and have the life of fucking misery that we've had? I know that's like, because I've been raped, my brother's been raped, all the other victims out there were raped. It fucks your whole life up for all your life. I can sit here and say, my memories will not stop until I take my last dying breath. I was raped at 12 years of age. Yep. I'm 54 years of age. And I still suffer to this day. I have my nightmares. I have my flashbacks. Is that what we want our children to have? And their children's children? No, it isn't. Grooming gangs, paedophiles, no matter whether you're white, black, orange, green, whatever colour, don't belong in our society. Tommy was exposing all that, so was me and Boy, right? But it was all covered up. It does make me angry because of the fact that you can't tell the truth. Why? The police covered it up, the councils covered it up, social services covered it up. And do you know who the worst people are? Social services. Sounds horrible, but social services covered all up. Social services in our case were found guilty in the court of law in Ireland for stomach abuse of children. In this country, they're having a £100 million inquiry in this country. Yep. Is social services going to get found guilty? I'd like to think to do, because they got found guilty in our country. Yeah. But because we've been through two of the biggest inquiries in Europe. Yeah. See, when this inquiry ends, when they make the findings, when they say this and they say that, right, I'll be glued to it because of the fact this is England. I live in Birmingham. Me and my brother have lived in Birmingham for nearly 30 years. But I'll be glued to that inquiry because of the fact, if it comes out different than it did in Ireland, then I'm going to sit here and go, why? Yeah. In Ireland it wasn't. We, the victims, were covered up. But the inquiry that's going on in England, yeah, they're turning round now. 4 judges have already retired from it. So what security does that give the victims that came forward? None. If you can't believe in something and you haven't got faith in that, right, you disbelieve it, you don't trust it, right? Excuse me. Everything that's going on in England now, the British public, we people that live in the real world, we're starting to believe that we haven't got the faith in government, the police, the judicial system, the way that it is. What have we got faith in? Nothing. Why? Because we're not allowed to talk, we're not allowed to express our right of freedom of speech. Nothing. I'm not going to stop fighting for what I believe in. I've got every right to fight for what I believe in, because I fought that. And nobody is going to shut me up. Nobody is going to turn around to me and say, I'm not entitled to have my opinion or my freedom of speech. Yes, I have. I didn't win the biggest case in Europe. Neither did the rest of the victims win the biggest case in Europe for people to turn around to us and say, oh, you're not entitled to an opinion. You're not entitled to voice your opinion. Yes, I am. Yeah, and I'll always do it. Yeah. Is the police going to come and arrest me? Am I inciting hatred? Am I inciting anything? No, I'm not. I'm telling the truth from a victim's point of view. And by the way, I'm entitled to do that because that's what I fought for. I fought to change the laws to protect our children. And that was in Northern Ireland, by the way. So, has Northern Ireland got nothing to do with England? Yes, it has. Yeah. We changed the laws in England. We changed the laws around Europe to protect children. Why are they not being implemented? Why is it not being done? Right? Paedophile hunters. I love them to bits because of the job they do. They're going round getting all these pedos off our street. Me, because of the blogs that I do and everything that I do, I share all that all the time. Whether you're white, Welsh, Scottish, Irish, black, Asian, whatever, I do that. It's part of what I fight for. But guess what I've noticed? Scottish, white, Welsh, black, yeah, not a word. Nothing. But as soon as I put a Muslim and expose it onto Facebook, right, I'm getting called racist. I'm getting called all bastards under the sun. Can you follow what I'm saying? Well, you look at Rotherham, right? Look at that cover up of that. 1,400 girls in Rotherham alone. That was covered up for years. Our case was covered up for years. This is going on all over England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, everywhere. Yeah, it's all being covered up. The authorities don't want the general public to know how big this is. They don't want the general public to all, mostly, the grooming gangs, the big grooming gangs, are all mostly Asian, Pakistani Muslims. Really? That's not happening in my name. That's not happening for what I fought for. Not ever for what I fought for, or all the other victims fought for. Why the fuck did the government ask us to come forward, to get a voice, to make the difference, to change the laws? But so it's not being implemented, then we fought for nothing. We fought to make no difference then. Yeah, that hurts me, that does. I went through, we'll put it this way, me and Bobby made our statements in 2010, yeah, well before Savile and all the rest of the shit, yeah. And our inquiry started 2013. It didn't finish until 2017, yeah. It's 2018 now, right? And we've been told we've got to wait another 10 months before anything starts happening, and we haven't had our compensation. We haven't had our justice. So like I said, we made our statements in 2010. 9 years. Because we can't wait, and apparently we don't know nothing until next year, January. 9 years of hell. 9 years of suffering. 9 years of reliving all the bullshit that we lived at whenever we were kids, when we were being abused. Would the general public say that that's right? Would you say that we, the victims, deserve this length of time suffering? We had a lifetime of suffering. And then you're going, what, another 9 years of it? Because, excuse the pardon, when we made our statements, we opened our arms, but we're like told with all the help and support we need to go through the government run by. What did we get? Nothing. Not one. I had no country. There's not enough cognitive therapists in this country to deal with it. You know what I mean? And ask everybody to come forward in this inquiry. 60 people in 3 years. Right? So 100, 200, 300,000 people came forward to this inquiry in England. How many of them are going to get that, going to die? How many of them are going to commit suicide? How many are older? Yeah. How many of them are on the left road? No cognitive therapy. Nothing. Yeah? And this is what this fucking government are asking the wrong. I can sit here and slag the inquiry off all day long because we've been through 2 big government inquiries. That's the experience that I've got. It's not nice. It's horrible. My family suffered because of it. I suffered because of it. All other victims suffered because of it. They still are. And like I said, It's not nice. And when people like us, and Tommy, and the rest are trying to make a difference, trying to make the general public wake up and see what's going on in our society that we know about, but they don't because the media's not reporting. Everybody's lying to it. Whenever I do these live feeds, I've had people turn around and go, "We never heard this." And I know why they never heard it. It was government covered up, media covered up. Yeah. Why? Because they don't want the general public to know how bad all this shit is. And up until I hate saying this, and I touch wood, yeah, I would never wish what happened to me on any child, no child. But like, if we don't do nothing about it, and we don't change what's going on in this country, or any other country, right? You're leaving your children open to anything. And that's not what I want. Children have got every right to be protected. They've got every right to go and play in a park, to go to school, to go wherever, and not have to worry about being groomed or abused. Like I said, it's one of them where you're trying to get the public to open their eyes and see how big this is. I'll keep doing it because that's what I fought for. That's what Tommy fought for. Yeah. But because he's exposing all the big Muslim grooming gangs, oh yeah, straight away, oh, he's a racist motherfucker. He's this, he's that. I'm saying it. I can call racist, but I've got friends. They're not calling me racist. I've got a family, black nieces. They're not calling me racist. What, for exposing the truth? Right? So the people that don't want you to expose the truth, they're the ones that's calling you racist. They're the ones that's turning around and saying, "Who's a fair? Shut up." That's why Tommy got arrested. Right? Breach of well, he said that he was trying to put that court case. Right? They couldn't mess it up. So whenever the media reported it, yeah, how come, what, is that confidentiality? Yeah. No. I'd have done exactly the same. Tom done it, exposing them. You know, like the fine hunters are in this country. You all know they do live feed and get them on cameras and that. Why are they not arrested? Huh? Can you get it? Why is the police doing it? Why is the government not doing enough? Right? Social services aren't enough. Day after day. Yeah. You always say, "Pull that up, that's too big." We don't want the general public to know how big this is. Sorry. People like us, we don't want to cover it up. We're not going to let them cover it up. I'm going to say it as it is. I'll tell it as it is, right? But I'm saying that from victim's point of view. Not here to incite hatred. Not here to incite racism, because I'm not. Yeah. Tommy's not racist either. But look, that's what happens. As soon as you mention the word Muslim, you're racist. Why? I expose white paedophiles for what they are. Right? There's, all right, then I'm racist against mankind. No, it doesn't get mentioned. As soon as you mention the word Muslim, straight away racist, and you're saying this, that, and the other. Not in my book, you're not. If you're a nonce, you're out there interfere with anything to do with children. Yeah? I don't give two fucks. You will be exposed. You will have your face put all over fucking Facebook. The media should be putting all their faces over the news, papers, everything. But they don't do it. Yeah? Why? And they let them back into society. There's a slap in the wrist. Off you go. Yeah? What was it? They let a bloke off. This I could not get. He was a Muslim. They let him go because in his culture he was allowed to marry a 9-year-old. And that happened over here. And they let him go. If I go to Spain, America, Greece, like us as civilized human beings, go to the countries and we have to respect our law and abide by the law. Because if we don't, we get arrested. Our country, they want to change the fucking law. I don't want to fucking see shit out of this country. It doesn't exist. It's civilized human beings. What's going to happen? Shit laws in this country already. Why? Why is it allowed to happen? It shouldn't be allowed to. This is our country. We live by our laws that govern us. Why should they have the law changed to suit them? Right? So, what government are doing, and they don't realise, the government are actually making England, Great Britain, a divided state, because they're allowed to have shit on this country, and we have to live by ours. Why is it two laws? Yeah? What's that about? The government and the police are inciting this because they're not doing nothing to change it. Anything. Anybody that hate preaches, nick them. Anybody that's turning round, if they've got a C8 law court in this country, go and shut the fucking thing down. Right? Because it's shooting. They should be living by our law. Not their law. Our law. This is our country. World War I, World War II, all the wars. Right? Great Britain used to be a power. To have one of the best regiments, one of the best armies in the world. Yeah? Everybody fought in this country for what they believed in. They fought for freedom of speech. They fought for people to be able to walk around the streets and have a lovely life. Yeah? Where's it all going? Down the fucking swamp, because people in power are not doing the proper job. Yeah? Start doing it. The government better start listening to what's going on in the general population of England. Because we, the general public, know that it's wrong. How come they don't? It fucking infuriates me. Because I'm watching a country that I love, a country that I respect, even though it came from Belfast. Right? I'm still in part Belfast, as everybody knows, it's still part of the United Kingdom. I've always respected the law for that. I changed the law to protect children in England, Ireland, Scotland, and in Wales. Yeah. Why is it getting worse? That's not what I fought for and all the other victims fought for. But this is what's happening in this country. And people are starting to wake up and see the difference. Look at Europe. Look at the state of Europe. Why? Because immigration's coming in and they're not going to live by the law. They're not going to live in our civilized society. They're going to wreck everything and want to change what they want. And I'm against that, sorry. And so is everybody else now. The whole Europe is starting to wake up. America's already woke up, right? Germany's woke up. Right? England, do me a favour. Sitting at England, the politicians, people that run this country, do me a big favour. Wake up. Listen to what the public's telling you, right? You're supposed to represent us. Each constituency, you get voted in to Parliament because you come to our doors, knock on the door. Yeah, if you vote for me, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this. Right? So we've got to the stage now where they're going to fucking sell you any kind of shit just to get in through that door. That's what we all look at. Yeah. So let's say it. We need the change. We want to see that change. That's what we're fighting for now. Yeah. We're fighting to make a difference. We want our streets to be safe. We want our communities to be safe. If you want to live with us, yeah, then abide by our laws. Don't think that you can go and do what you want. We don't. Some do. I'm not tarnishing everybody with the same brush. There's good and bad in everybody. But if we want to live together in harmony, in a nice life, right, then the Muslim community need to do more to stop all these paedophile grooming gangs. Do more for your community. Stand by us instead of going against us. But that's what's happening. This country's being divided. Look, I'm calling it a day on this one because, well, I'm getting angry and I don't want to say the wrong things. That's what I've always said. I'll always say it as it is. But I don't want to get too angry because whenever you do that and you're doing a live feed, you can't say things that come across as wrong, right? And I don't want to do that. So I'm calling it a day on it. Look, Tommy, I support you and the nation does. We're right behind you. I wish you all the best, mate. And you go and you have a lovely holiday. And we'll see you soon. Yeah? All the love from me and everybody that supports you. And good luck to you and your family. And have a lovely time, mate. Goodbye. See you all later. Bye.